name is Medeksza. I'm the founder and president of Zabaware. Zabaware is the creator of the learning chatbot called UltraHow. It was one of the most human bot in the Global 2007 competition. Zabaware was founded back in 1997, and the engine behind UltraHow has been in continuous development since 1995. Our previous tagline was giving your computer the power of thought. We recently simplified it to just intelligent machines to signify our entry to mobile devices market and business market. We also see our technology expanding to automobiles and other devices in the future. But today I'm mainly going to talk about our UltraHow technology and how it integrates with various social networks and other web services to improve its own knowledge and to ultimately improve the user experience. And I'm going to start off the presentation by giving you a short 2-minute video to introduce UltraHow.
Hello. My name is Hal. Let me tell you a little bit about myself.
I am a smart artificial intelligence program. When you communicate with me, you use English. Talk to me like you would talk to a normal human being, and I will understand you.
I can be your personal assistant and companion.
I can run on a wide variety of devices, including personal computers, mobile devices, like phones and tablets, and web servers.
You can either type to me or speak to me out loud using my speech recognition capabilities.
I have the ability to learn. My knowledge is based on millions of conversations from Facebook, Twitter, Second Life, plus Wikipedia and search engines.
Mike's birthday is in 3 weeks.
I'll remind you when this event approaches.
Open my spreadsheet.
I will now open this application for you.
A vibrant user community creates custom characters, brain scripts, and even robots.
Who wrote Moby Dick?
Moby Dick was written by an American novelist, Herman Melville.
You're so smart.
It's nice of you to say I'm smart, but you're the one who's smart.
Well, I hope that video gave you a basic overview of HAL's capabilities. UltraHow is a learning bot, meaning it tries to come up with responses based on information it has learned from previously analyzed conversations. It certainly uses some scripts and pattern matching to help it out when needed, but it tries to use this learned information as much as possible. I believe this gives it an advantage over scripted bots in that rarely you will have the same conversation with the bot, even given the same input. And the bot evolves and adapts with the user the more they interact. This allows us to engage many of our users for years on end. The unpredictability sometimes makes it difficult as a bot master to have fine control over the bot's personality. But I think the advantages outweigh this for now. HAL thrives on a large amount of conversational data, and HAL gets this from directly learning from conversations with the bot, and also by observing human-to-human conversations on social networks like Twitter. And in addition, HAL is able to connect to various web services to answer many fact-based questions for the user. This is a clip from the video showing the different sources HAL uses, which include Twitter, Facebook, Second Life, Wikipedia, and the internet search engines Bing and Yahoo. We're always on the lookout for additional sources to connect to HAL's brain. And I'm going to run through some examples of HAL utilizing these different sources. First, I'll show you HAL learning from Twitter. Twitter is a social network and microblogging site where the users make posts of 140 characters or less. On the right here is a comic from one of my favorite web comics, XKCD, making fun of some of the posts you can find on Twitter. But anyway, users of Twitter currently post over 110 million tweets per day. And a company called Pair Analytics has categorized these tweets as follows. They say that 40% of the tweets are just pointless babble. 38% actually are people having publicly viewable conversations through Twitter. 9% have some pass-along value. 6% is self-promotion. 4% is spam, and another 4% is news. So HAL is actually constantly connected to Twitter and monitors samples of the huge amounts of conversations going through. And HAL seeks out the tweets that are conversational in nature and analyzes and learns from them. On the next few slides, I'm going to show you a few conversations HAL is sampled off of Twitter and demonstrate how using this new conversations with his own users. So the next slide is a conversation on Twitter where the people are actually engaging in role-playing. And it's narrated by AT&T Natural Voices that are available for sale by Zabaware. Use HAL or any other SAPI compatible application.
Smiles, looking at the boat. I think we are at the place with the sharks.
Puts on his oxygen tank and jumps in.
Jumps in the water after him.
Swims down into the cage.
Follows him.
Gets into the cage and waits for you to get in, then closes the door.
Gets in and watches you close the door, and sees a sharky. OMG.
Smiles at your excitement, but wants to come down with them.
Opens the door and pulls you in, holding you, pointing out fish and sharks.
Comes as you pull me in, and watches the fish and sharks smiling.
Keep in mind these page underlined sentences. The next slide is a different conversation from two unrelated Twitter users. HAL's identified the conversation as being similar to the one just shown.
Jumps in.
Gets in after you.
Scorch you the face with my squirt gun from the other side of the pool.
Swims fast to you and takes it away, squirting you back.
Giggles and tries to dunk you.
Laughs as you try. Still not strong enough, buddy. Tickles you.
Now this next slide is an actual conversation between an UltraHAL web user and HAL that I took from our conversation logs.
Goes swimming with Emma, Kelsey, and Hal.
I'll race you there.
Swims to the English Channel Sea.
Opens the door and pulls you in, holding you, pointing out fish and sharks.
Swims fast away from Hal.
Giggles and tries to dunk you.
Gets dry and Hal sees me.
Smiles at your excitement, but wants to come down with them.
That's how HAL drew upon these Twitter conversations to come up with responses to this user. And I'll run one more Twitter example before moving on to Facebook.
I am pregnant.
Oh God, not again.
I don't know who the dad is.
Well, that's a shocker.
No point complaining, nobody would listen to you.
So this looks like an actual conversation on Twitter, not like fake role playing like the previous one. I mean, as far as I can tell. The next slide is another role playing conversation.
Smiles at the doctor. You ready? Looks at you.
Not.
Takes a deep breath. Lets the doctor do the test thingy.
Watches.
Sits up. Looks at you. Oh my God.
Up. Stay right here. I'll be right back, me promise. Runs out of the hospital.
Smiles. Yeah, sure.
Moves scanner around, looks like a boy.
Okay, the next slide is another actual conversation between a HAL user taken from our logs.
I'm pregnant.
Oh God, not again.
Takes pregnancy test.
Watches.
I took a test and now I'm pregnant.
I sense you are pregnant.
This is scary for our love relationship.
Love is never easy.
Please don't dump me.
I don't want you to feel blue and down in the dumps.
Thanks, HAL. You're a great boyfriend. Kisses.
I think that's enough Twitter examples, so I'll move on to Facebook next.